Alrighty guys, welcome back to another Enshrouded video, and today we're going to be diving into the 5 important NPCs of the game. All 5 of these NPCs are going to be discoverable through the world and through the simple quest line, but all 5 of these are going to be equally important to your overall succession inside of the game. Alrighty, so then diving into the very first NPC you guys will unlock that is very important brings us to the Blacksmith. Now, the Blacksmith, you can actually be found and located via the ancient spire in the Springlands. You can see located right here on the map. Once you find him here, you can then utilize the summoning staff to then bring them to your actual base. You can see here, this is going to be the Blacksmith guy, and what he looks like in the game. And then from here inside of the Blacksmith, you can do a lot of different things. The very first one is it unlocks 2 things that are going to be very important, and that is the charcoal kiln and the forge. Now, there are additional things that he will unlock as you upgrade your altar and progress throughout the game, but initially this is why they are very important. On top of getting these 2 production crafting benches, you also are going to utilize them to make your first set of scrappy tools. We have the pickaxe, the regular axe, we have the one-handed weapons, which will bring you to the spiked club, the scrappy sword, your first tier of wands, and then also your armor. Things like the rising fighter set again are going to just be really good and beneficial to increasing your defenses and offenses when it comes to surviving in the game. And now diving into the second NPC, and that brings you to the Hunter. The Hunter as well is going to be unlocked via another ancient vault. You can see it's directly east from the Blacksmith on the map. So you can see it's right here, the ancient vault of the Hunter. Once you've officially got them, and you can utilize the summoning staff to then summon them at your actual base. Keep in mind one little tip, that these NPCs do need to be sheltered, so you can build like their own little huts, or you can put them all in the same building. Obviously it's whatever you fancy. When it comes to the Hunter, very similar to the Blacksmith, they do have a production place that you can then place down and craft additional items, and that brings you to the drying rack. All right, so the drying rack itself will then give you a couple of additional things. If we view inside of here, the very first recipe you have is the dried fur, and then obviously we have unlocked other stuff like the dried purple berries. But either way, you're going to go ahead and need a lot of these items for the armor and stuff that she provides. If we take a look at her inventory, we can see she provides 3 different sets, or at least we have 3 different sets currently unlocked, and that is the Ranger set, the Marksman set, and the Scout set. So if you're looking to be like a Ranger or an Agility, type class, a Stamina type class, then these armor sets would be preferred for, you to craft and then utilize going through the game. And now diving into the third NPC we have, and that brings us to the Farmer. Now this one goes back to our farming guide. If you haven't checked it out, I highly recommend that you guys check out that farming guide. It goes over exactly how to farm in the game to create a sustainable food source, because it is very important. But if we take a look at our map here, we've got the Blacksmith, the Hunter here. If we talk about it, straight north of the Blacksmith essentially is at the ancient vault that you will find the Farmer. As you go ahead and unlock the Farmer, once again utilizing the summoning staff, you want to make sure they are sheltered, but then you can place them back at your base. Now this is going to be the Farmer, and from the Farmer, once again, they do have a production place that is going to be the seed bed, which you will need to then turn plants and items into seeds, so then you can obviously craft them and so on and so forth. And additionally here, she will have a couple of extra food items, things like you have popcorn, which will give you some additional energy, so stamina recharge. You have a vegetable puree that you can eventually unlock, endurance tea, you name it. As you unlock additional items in the game, then you will unlock additional things that the Farmer can craft for you. And now diving into the 4th NPC you will have and discover, and that brings us to the Alchemist. Now, the Alchemist is, once again, if you go back to the map and look, you will find them in an ancient vault. This one, if you go back to the Blacksmith here, again, is kind of like a northwest of the Blacksmith a little ways. I will state that I think you actually have to go around this big giant mountain to get there. I don't think you can go through this shroud. As you can see, I don't have the shroud discovered yet between the 2, but either way, you can go ahead and find the Alchemist there, utilize the summoning staff to bring them back. But the Alchemist, just like with the other NPCs, are very important. The Alchemist chest here does give you the ability to craft health potions. Now, again, one could argue this one is very important because instead of having to rely on bandages that, you know, generate a little bit of health over time, these health potions are a instant heal, and you can see the base ones at uncommon are going to be plus 200 health. So really, really good NPC to unlock. Additionally, he does have a production place, which is the grinding stone. You'll unlock more, obviously, as your base levels up and you progress through the game, but the grinding stone is what's going to be used to turn bones, for instance, in this case, to bone meal, which does go hand in hand with the farmer, the NPC we just spoke about, because you're going to need the bone meal to craft what they call farm soil, so then you can plant more additional crops. But either way here, the Alchemist is a really good one to unlock, and additionally, when it comes to the Alchemist, they do have a gear set. So if you guys are a magic-based user, they have the Alchemist Apprentice set that does give you things like magical critical strike chance. They will give you additional mana. You know, they will give you additional mana generation. You know, you name it. These are going to be a really good set for those looking to use magic inside of Enshrouded. And last but not least, that brings us to the 5th NPC, and that is the Carpenter. Now, the Carpenter, going back to the map here, can be unlocked as well via another ancient vault. Now, this one is going to be more southeast of the Blacksmith. If we go to the Blacksmith, you're going to go south and then all the way east. You can see here the ancient vault Carpenter. Once you've officially unlocked him, you can summon him at your location as well. He's really, really cool. Honestly, he's probably my favorite one as far as aesthetics go. I just really like his, you know, saw, like half saw sword, and also the fact that he's a dwarf is, again, really cool. Now when it comes to what he provides a lot of really cool stuff. So the very first one brings us to the kiln. The kiln obviously is used as another crafting station to craft additional items for other recipes. But on top of the kiln, he also provides some really good stuff. One being the improved grappling hook. So he will, again, increase, as it says here, it requires less stamina to use, and it can be activated at longer ranges. So again, really, really good utility. And then additionally, he does provide what they call a small magic chest. The small magic chest has more slots than your standard small chest does, and it also has what they call dedicated storage, where you can access items and craft items as long as you're inside your base range directly from having it inside the magical chest. You don't have to put those items in your inventory. So again, a really good game changer. Last but not least, he does provide a bunch of different furniture pieces, and as you can see, furniture in this game is not just, you know, aesthetics. It's actually providing some sort of additional benefit. You can see that it increases your comfort level according to what you craft, what you place down, and everything. And having additional comfort level will allow you to have a well-rested buff that, again, you can take out with you on your adventures. And there you have it, guys. That officially is going to wrap up all 5 of the NPCs that you guys unlock inside of Enshrouded. I would really recommend that you guys buckle down and focus on unlocking these NPCs as soon as you possibly can. If you unlock the ability to go get one, I would work your way over there, grab them and pick them up, bring them back to your base as soon as possible so you can start utilizing those crafting stations, as they do make a massive difference in your overall progression and increases a lot of the buffs and utility when it comes to recipes that you guys can use. With that being said, if you guys have any additional questions, as always, drop them down below in the comment section. I would love to know what you have. If you guys have any video ideas, you name it, drop it down below. Also, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe here on the channel for everything Enshrouded related. As always, guys, I'll see you on the next one.